You are looking at Highway 1 East, the Trans-Canada Highway, just outside of Banff. In fact, as the sign here says, 2 kilometers from Banff Townville. So I'm going to spend the night in Banff. I'm actually at the Two Jack Lakeside campsite, which is supposed to be a rather nice campsite here in the Banff area. And you can see it's a beautiful day here. Blue skies with big puffy white clouds and mountain ranges everywhere you look. So I've heard a lot of great things about Banff. I'm going to spend the night here and see a little bit of the town, maybe go to the hot springs before continuing on with my trip west to Vancouver and Vancouver Island. But tonight it's all about Banff, and we will there's actually a place to stop off here and get a nice view, so we'll stop and take a look right here at the I believe it's the mountain range that everybody is stopping to take a look at. Let's see. Look at that. It says Sulphur, Borgo, Cave and Basin. A lot of different signs pointing up and away. So I'm just going to keep the camera rolling here as I get out and share the view with you. It is a beautiful day. Look at this. Welcome, Vermilion Lakes Drive. There you go. Banff National Park. That's headed to Banff. After we stop at the campsite, that is. Alright, back on the highway. And looking at my GPS, the campsite is just about 2 kilometers from the town of Banff. So I'm going to go and get set up in the campsite before possibly going down into town to get a bite to eat, and then maybe heading over to the hot springs, which I understand are open till about 11 o'clock, and it cost all of about $8 to go enjoy them. So let's continue on. What a beautiful sight this is, for sure. Alright, if only for the record, I'm going to be camping at Lake Minnewanka, and it's Two Jack Lakeside. There's actually 2 campgrounds here. You have Lake Minnewanka, or I'm sorry, you have Two Jack campsite, and then you have Two Jack campsite, and you have Two Jack Lakeside campsite. So from what I understand, they're both nice campsites, but Two Jack Lakeside is the more desirable of the two. There you see a sign there, 5 kilometers to Lake Minnewanka. So we're going to keep heading, and we should be at the campsite here just momentarily. Alright, there's the sign pointing to Two Jack, and I'm going to take a right. I'd imagine somebody out there thinking of camping here in the Banff area watching this video would really appreciate seeing this. I know that I definitely would, you know, knowing what you're coming to, or what you're thinking of coming to, rather. So let's get in and find this campground. Costs about $40 US per night, maybe a little bit less than that. Alright, I'm still 3 kilometers from the campsite. A little bit of a climb, which I'm sure this cyclist here is feeling. You sure do see a lot of cyclists on these roads up here in Banff, at least in the summertime, I'm sure. Far less few of them in the wintertime, I'd imagine. But let's continue on, and I'm just enjoying the scenery as I drive. I'm actually using a Nikon camera for this footage. It's a Nikon SLR camera, as I go over these bumps in the road, making for great video. But nonetheless, Look at that beautiful view. Alright, so I've arrived at Two Jack Lakeside, or in French, Bord du Lac Two Jack. Everything in here is both in English and French. So certainly looks like a nice location for a campground, I'll tell you that. The sign says do not feed any wildlife. So I guess I won't go scrounging for food from the neighboring campsites tonight, knowing I won't get fed. Alright, so I'll get checked in and get the tent set up before heading back over to Banff. Alright, so you've heard of Love Potion number 9. Well, I'm in camping space number 9 here at Two Jack Lakeside. You know, it's interesting, I was talking to my dad today about my trip, and he's always curious where I'm at and where I've been and where I'm going and what have you. And today he was very inquisitive as to how many nights I'm going to be camping on this trip, as opposed to how many nights I'm going to be staying in a actual camp, or in a hotel rather. So I'm just coming down here looking for the markings on the campsites. A lot of trees. He was telling me that I got to be really conscientious about the leaving the food out here. So I'm still looking for space number 9. I don't know if this is space number 9 or not. There's got to be one of these in here. Anyway, we'll find my campsite. I don't see the markings here, but hopefully I will see one here pretty quickly. But my spot will be right in here, I'm sure. Alright, well there you have it. Just in all of 10 minutes I've got my tent set up, and it is, you know, interestingly enough, it's a rather comfortable sleep. I have a real nice pad that I sleep on with a great sleeping bag and a pillow I brought from home. So it is it's not the Sheraton or the Fairmont on Lake Louise, mind you, but it is a comfortable sleep nonetheless. And you can see I've got just a really beautiful setting here at Two Jack Lakeside in Banff. So speaking of lakeside, I can see the lake through those trees, and I'll find my way down there and take a look at that here in just a moment. Alright, I sure didn't have to walk very far to make it to the lake. So as you can see, this is why it's called Two Jack Lakeside, and it is just really a beautiful spot. As I walk down here, there's a couple over here on the left in a inflatable kayak or canoe or something like that. But here is the lake. It actually goes down, it looks like, and opens up into a much bigger lake right over there. Good choice of a campsite for the night. By far the best of my trip. Alright, with Starbucks in my belly, I'm on my way to Banff Hot Springs, and I had some second thoughts about that because my battery in my camera ran out, and I drove all the way back to the campground because the guy at the gate, the kid at the gate I should say, said that he charged my other battery. So I went back to pick it up and get all the way back there, and turns out that he forgot to plug it in. So I'm using my phone to record the rest of this video. But I was actually reading up on the Banff Hot Spring, and I heard mixed results. When I say reading up, the Google reviews. You know, businesses live and die by Google reviews. So I was reading up on it, and it had mixed Google reviews, and said that you really should go to Radium which is about an hour and a half from here. So anyway, you get a good feel for Banff. I'm gonna just spend the night here at the campground. I'm gonna go soak in the hot springs anyway, and I'll hit Banff on my way back to Calgary when I fly out on the I will be flying out on the 4th. So after an excursion over to Vancouver and Vancouver Island, I will, and Kelowna, I should say as well, I will be going to, I'll be coming back through this way, and it's only about an hour and a half from Calgary. I've got a flight at about 1:30 in the afternoon, so I can reach, I'll be able to reach Calgary for my flight, the day of my flight, leaving Banff at 6, 7 in the morning, and not have a problem at all. So anyway, interesting with the crosswalks here. They at these intersections, the light turns red and people can walk any diagonally or across, whatever direction they want in the crosswalk. So with that all being said, I'm gonna stop my babble, and this pretty much, I think, is near the end of the street of Banff, if I'm not mistaken. Just waiting for this taxi to make a left, and I think that the turnoff for the hot springs is going to be just up ahead. So I'm actually going to do a separate video for the hot springs and upload that separately because of optimization purposes. If I want to be found on Google, that would be something that a lot of people would be searching for. So I'll do that video in and by itself. So anyway, that's your drive through downtown Banff on the way to Banff Hot Springs. All right, so with the hot springs complete, I'm just gonna find myself a nice little bite to eat, and maybe go to Starbucks and upload a video or two before heading back to the tent. So I thought I'd just kind of do a nice little walkthrough of downtown Banff and give you a feel for walking down the street here. Definitely a different scene than up in Jasper, whereas Jasper is a very small little town. This is rather big. It's a rather good-sized town with a bustling main street. So I actually see a restaurant over here that looks good. No, not McDonald's. It's the Greek restaurant. Perhaps I'll go over and have some Greek food. But before I'll do, I just kind of continue walking along. I did the video for the Banff Upper Hot Springs, and I wasn't gonna give it a review on the video. Let people kind of decide for themselves if it's worth it or not. But for me, I'd give it about a 3 out of 5 rating. I mean, it's only cost $6, $7. So for a frugal guy like myself, that's ideal. So anyway, that pretty much gives you an idea as to what downtown Banff is like. And with that in mind, I'm going to go get myself something to eat. Maybe a gyro, however you pronounce that. So that's it for my short visit to downtown Banff. All right, I couldn't resist. I stopped at a place called Wild Bill's to have dinner on my way out, and I asked him if they had a nightlife, and he said, "You're looking at it." So you are looking at the Banff nightlife. You come to Banff looking for a good time, this is where you'll find it. Wild Bill's. Alright, let's go see if I can't find myself a beaver tail.